Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Robin Alsip Arce, and today we're going to look at how I made these bows. One of my subscribers, Claire, had seen this wreath that I had posted and asked for a tutorial. So thank you, Claire, for asking for this tutorial. So I made another one today to put here in this tree pot with the tree that is also on my front porch. So today we're going to look at how I made that and how I attached it here to this potted tree. All right, so here we go. So what do we need? Of course, we need some ribbon, which I'll show you here in a second. We need scissors and a wire cutter. This is the ribbon that I used on both of them. This plaid pink ribbon along with that velvet that you see there in the background. Of course, you need some wire to hold it to the tree and some zip ties. I like to recommend for beginners that you use zip ties to hold it together. You can use wire, but I recommend for beginners that you use the zip ties. Now, I'm pointing out that this is Dee Stephens ribbon. I highly recommend some designer ribbon. The designer ribbon is so much better. It holds its shape. It is just so much better to work with. I used to resist designer ribbon and buy cheaper ribbon on Amazon and whatnot, and it just doesn't hold its shape as well. And it's harder to work with. So I highly recommend designer ribbon. It is more expensive, but you can find it on sale. In fact, this Dee Stephens ribbon is on sale right now at Scheels. I bought it at Scheels and they will ship it to you. And it is on sale right now for a really good price. You get 10 yards for $26 right now. So that's fantastic. All right, so here we go. I start with what I want for a tail. Now, in the tails for my tree outside, I didn't want them too long because it's going to be lower in the pot. So you start out with what you want for a tail. And here I am getting some zip ties ready. Now, as I said, if you are a beginner, I highly recommend using zip ties to hold your bow together. You will need wire to attach it, but you can use wire to hold it together. But the reason I recommend zip ties for beginners is because it holds it so much tighter. And that's what you want. You want it to be really, really tight. So here you can see I took and I made a little tail. Again, I don't want it super long on this one. And then I loop it around. I loop the ribbon around and I bring it back and grab it with my thumb and my index finger. And then I twist it so I get the top of the ribbon again and I loop another time. So I bring it back and I grab the bow again, the ribbon again, and I twist and make another loop. And I am just going to continue this process until I have all of the loops that I want. Now for the entire bow, I want an odd number of loops. I just feel like it looks better with an odd number of loops. So I'm going to make 2 sections. So for this first section, you'll see there I have 4 loops already. So I'm going to make 5. And I'm going to stop at 5, and I'm so sorry, it was really hard to stay in frame here as I pulled more ribbon up. So now I have my tail, and I'm going to leave shorter tails on this one than I did on the wreath because because it's lower to the ground. So now I have 5 loops, so I'm going to take my zip tie, and I'm going to attach my zip tie, and I'm going to get this as tight as possible because again, that is the key to being able to adjust your bow in the end. You want to be able to really kind of manhandle it, if you will, to fluff up your little loops, and so get it as tight as possible, and then use the flat side of your wire cutter and just cut it right off there. Now you can see that I can just really pull on that now because it is so tight. So I'm going to cut off my tail, and I'm going to do it in a fishtail, which is basically I fold it and cut it to the middle so that it fishtails down. And there you'll see. And I'm going to cut the first one that I did as well so that they all have that fishtail on the end. Now on some of my thinner ribbon, like I will just cut a diagonal there. In fact, I think I did that on my door, but here on that thinner pink ribbon, I end up using the fishtail. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another bow exactly the same, except I'm going to use 4 loops so that in total I have 9. And then I am going to make them a little bit shorter because this bow is going to go on top of the bow that I just made. So you can see me here looking to see if I have it a little bit shorter. And I do, and that's what I'm going to do is make this one, just the loops a little bit shorter. And I'm going to do the exact same thing again with my fingers. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to double check the length there, and then I'm going to twist that bottom one so that I can see the top again, the top of the ribbon, and make my next loop. Now I'll make another loop approximately the same size as the first one, and I will hold it together again in my fingers. And I will just continue twisting and looping until I have the number that I want. In this case, I want 4. Twisting and looping. And now that is my 4th, so I will take twist one more time so that the top of the ribbon is showing for the tail, and I will take another zip tie and I will hook this bow together. So then I will have 2 separate bows, and I will make a third because I want to have a little bit of that just pink 1.5 inch ribbon as well. So this zip tie is broken. It is not working, so I will have to get a different zip tie. And if you are enjoying my videos, I would so appreciate it if you would like them and you would subscribe to my channel. Please also follow me on Facebook at 3131 Custom Creations. Let YouTube and Facebook know that you're enjoying my content. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I've gotten a new zip tie here, and I'm going to get this one tight. This one is not broken. And I'm going to get it as tight as possible so I can really, really manhandle that ribbon and not worry about it coming apart. So next, you will see that I am going to make just a 2-loop bow out of the 1.5 inch pink velvet ribbon there. Now on the wreath, I just made a little 1-loop bow and put it just in the front. And this one, I'm going to stack these 2 bows, and I'm going to put a 2-loop ribbon, a 2-loop bow with this just pink velvet ribbon. So I'm going to do the exact same process, pull it together there in the middle, make my loop, pull it together there in the middle, and twist and make another loop. And in this case, I do fishtail these ends. I think maybe on the wreath, I just did a diagonal cut because it's a smaller ribbon. Using another zip tie, I went ahead and hooked this guy together. Now, again, you can use wire. Zip ties are not required, but they do just help, especially if you're a beginner. It really, really helps to just give you a very firm hold on that ribbon in your bow. So once I have all 3 of these bows made, I am going to put them all together. I'm going to put them all together with 1 zip tie, and I'm going to attach a wire in the back through that same zip tie, and I am going to get my 1 bow out of my 3 bows here. So I will just let you take a peek at that process as I fishtail these and hook them all together. Here you'll see that I am cutting a piece of wire to hook on the back. I'm going to hook it through my zip tie so that I can wire this bow to my tree outside. So I am just stacking them up and zip tying them together. I think I had another faulty zip tie. I've had a few faulty zip ties in this package. So now I have a second zip tie here, and I am looping it around, and you'll see that I am putting that wire right there through the zip tie so that it can be secured in there as well. And I am going to stack those up nicely before I pull it tight. And then I am going to pull it as tight as possible. There I am, just trying to stack them up nicely, make sure that my zip tie is in the right place for all of the bows. And I am going to pull that as tight as possible. So now you can see that I am just I'm basically manhandling this. And the reason I love those zip ties is it is so tight so that I can just pull those loops however I want them. I can twist and tug and they are not coming apart. Sometimes with wire, if you don't get it super tight, they just start coming apart. And here's something else I love about designer ribbon. Watch how I pull it, and I am able to just get those tails to stay exactly like I want them. I'm going to run my finger up and it will stay right in the place I put it. So it just curls right up as I run my fingers along it. And I just love that about the high quality designer ribbon. So I'm just continuing to fluff this up and try to get all of those loops where I like them. So now I'm going to take this little guy outside after I finish fishtailing all my ends, and we will see as I attach it to my tree. Here I'm showing you that I have quite a bit of ribbon left on this roll. This is a 10-yard roll, and I still have quite a bit left on there. On the wreath, I used a little bit more, and I was pretty much out of the 10 yards of ribbon. So here I am out on the front porch, and I am working to attach this ribbon to my tree. And I am just digging in there to find a really solid place to attach it. And I'm just wrapping that wire that I left right around part of that tree on the inside base. And once I finish wrapping that around, I will just start fluffing up my ribbon. And again, I'm able to just really tug on that. My tree's wobbling around a little bit there, but I am just really able to tug on that ribbon and just get those loops fluffed out just like I want. And I'm going to show from a different angle here so I can show you what I did with the tails. Again, I'm just pulling and getting the loops and the tails out and trying to get them organized like I want them. I like that shorter tail to just have that little curl on the end. And the longer tails, you'll see here that I roll them up and pull them out. So here I am rolling that up, and I let it kind of take that form, and then I pull the end out, and then I don't like so much twisty, so I kind of give it another pull, and I'm doing the same here with these shorter, smaller pink ones. Now, I will point out, this is not outdoor ribbon. My porch is covered. This will not withstand, rain and snow, but if your porch is covered, you can do it. But again, if you want something that is going to stand up to the elements, you will need to buy outdoor ribbon. This is just regular ribbon, and it doesn't stand a chance against rain and snow. So there you have it. that is all there is to it. I hope that you are inspired to make something beautiful for your front porch or your inside too. I have some ribbon on my tree and my mantle as well, which I think I've shown before, but this is the process of how to make it, and you can just transform this same process to any bow that you want to make. So I hope I've inspired you to make something beautiful, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a blessed, blessed day. Bye-bye.